I was the chief of staff to the heir of Vance Group, a top performer with unmatched professionalism until my looks made me the target of office gossip. Then, one night, Liam Vance took a work call from me while flirting with his girlfriend at a bar. The next day, his little girlfriend stormed into the office and slapped me across the face. With a cold laugh, I ripped off my employee badge and hurled it at Liam's face. "You pathetic, worthless trust fund brat. I quit. And mark my words, your company will be bankrupt by tomorrow, and you'll be begging under a subway grate the day after." The bidding war between Vance Capital and Lockwood Holdings was at its peak when a meticulously made-up woman in sensible Prada heels barged into my workspace. She grabbed my hair and slapped me hard across the face. The junior analyst sharing my office, Brad from finance, who'd never gotten over being passed over for promotion, raised an eyebrow but made no move to intervene. Instead, he pulled out his phone and started recording with glee. The girl snarled, raising her hand to strike again, but I twisted her wrist and slammed her onto the desk. "Ava Sinclair, you shameless gold digger. You only got ahead by sleeping with the boss, and now you're after my boyfriend." Ah, so this was Liam's latest flavor of the month. I barely had time to roll my eyes before Liam himself burst in, jabbing a finger at me. "Ava, let Tiffany go." Mondays were already hell, but dealing with this Nepo baby CEO drained the last of my patience. I yanked Tiffany up by her extensions and kicked her square in the ass with my Louboutin, sending her stumbling into Liam's arms. He shot me a glare before ushering her into his corner office. I took a deep breath, reminding myself of my $850,000 salary, and forced my temper down. Brad, sensing an opportunity, stage whispered to the interns, "This is why merit matters. Some people sleep their way up until karma bites back." The office froze. Before anyone could react, I slammed my Montblanc pen down, strode over, and slapped Brad so hard his headset flew off. "Say that again. You mediocre little weasel. Who slept their way up? I worked 90-hour weeks for 7 years while you brown-nosed your way into a pity promotion." I snatched the nearest object, a glass paperweight from legal, and hurled it at his head. HR rushed over, but Liam emerged with Tiffany clinging to his arm. "What's the issue here?" he drawled, eyeing the chaos. The HR director started explaining, but Liam cut her off. "Ava, grow a spine. Gossip comes with the territory. Maybe if you weren't so ambitious, people wouldn't talk." Tiffany smirked, flipping her hair. My hands went cold. That's it. I'm done with Vance Capital. If I was going to burn bridges, I might as well burn the whole damn building down. I stared at Liam Vance until he actually squirmed, then I stepped forward and slapped him across the face. Hard. The sound echoed through the office. For a second, nobody moved. The entire floor gaped at me, even Liam, his cheek reddening, eyes wide with shock. I exhaled, rolling my shoulders like I'd just shed 100 pounds of dead weight. God, that felt good. Then I flipped my hair back, planted a hand on my hip, and stabbed a finger at him. "Go to hell, Liam. You're a textbook example of a useless, incompetent trust fund brat. 7 years. 7 damn years I spent clawing my way up to chief of staff on pure merit, and you have the nerve to say I rose too fast. Name one major deal this company closed that wasn't because of me, Ava Sinclair. But no, you'd rather spend your days getting drunk, clubbing, and screwing teenagers than run crying to daddy when things get tough. Since I was quitting anyway, I decided to rip off the bandage completely. And don't flatter yourself thinking I've got some pathetic crush on you. The only reason I put up with your incompetence was because your father paid me a small fortune to keep you from tanking the company. If the money wasn't insane, I'd have left your sorry ass years ago. You know what I did before lunch today? Took 3 different Mrs. Vances to the clinic for abortions. 3. A collective gasp came from the HR team. Even Tiffany, Liam's latest arm candy, shoved him away, her voice shaking. "You told me I was your first love." I rolled my eyes at both of them, yanked off my employee lanyard, and whipped it straight at Liam's face. "Trash like you always self-destruct. Consider this my resignation. Hope Vance Capital goes bankrupt by tomorrow, and you end up begging for change outside Grand Central by Friday." With that, I grabbed my Birkin from my desk, turned on my heel, and strutted out, head high, past a sea of stunned faces. In elite circles, news travels fast, especially when it involves the Vance family, currently locked in a brutal bidding war with Lockwood Holdings. The bar was empty at midday, and I was laughing with the bartender when my best friend Mia burst in, her face flushed. She found me sipping Sprite, chatting like I hadn't just nuked my career. "Ava, you're in deep shit," she gasped, sliding onto the stool beside me. "Liam blacklisted you. Every headhunter in the city just got the memo." I arched a brow, amused. Blacklisted me? Liam really loved playing the big shot. Did he think he was some Wall Street prince? Mia blinked at my indifference. I flicked open my phone to a message from HR's director. "Sweetie, Mr. Vance says he understands you were stressed with the Lockwood deal. If you apologize, he'll pretend today never happened." I snorted. Apologize? I tapped Liam's contact, held down the voice note button, and unleashed a 60-second torrent of expletives that made Mia's jaw drop. "Go choke on your trust fund, Liam." By the time I finished, the bartender, impressed, mixed me a neon pink cocktail on the house. Mia finally found her voice. "Okay, so you're really done with Vance Capital." I took a slow sip. 7 years. 7 years of loyalty, and Liam repaid me by letting rumors fester because he was scared I'd outshine him. He wanted me drowning in his petty drama, so I'd quit without severance. My voice turned icy. But he forgot, 70% of Vance's big deals had my name on them. Ava Sinclair walks away just fine. Vance Capital? Not so much. Mia, seeing I wasn't spiraling, shrugged and ordered a drink. My resignation wasn't impulsive. Liam had spent 2 years forcing me to babysit his girlfriends, dropping suggestive comments at work, all to pressure me into quitting. His apology offer was a joke. As I stood to leave, Mia grabbed my arm, eyes lit up. "You won't believe this. Scarlett Xie heard you quit and wants to meet. Now." I froze. Scarlett Xie? The only daughter of Xie Holdings, Hai Cheng's most powerful family? Mia shoved her phone at me. She doesn't give a damn about Liam's blacklist. She's offering a 20% raise, another 10% next year, and full autonomy. I did the math. My salary just hit 7 figures. Tell her I'm in. Scarlett arrived within the hour, polished, poised, and straight to the point. "I know your reputation. I'm expanding Xie Holdings in New York, and I need someone like you." I smirked. "You know why I blew up at Liam, right?" "Because he's a talentless hack who felt threatened by you," she said, unfazed. "I'm not him. Run my division your way, just keep us profitable." Her assistant handed me a folder. Inside, equity grants and a Kanto brochure near the office. "Xie rewards talent," Scarlett said. "Sign with us, and this is yours." The bar fell silent. I held out my hand. "When do I start, boss?" I saw Liam Vance again at the Lockwood Holdings bid presentation. Thanks to Scarlett Xie's connections, I'd been temporarily assigned to Lockwood to gain experience. I walked in with CEO Lauren Lockwood, double-checking my notes until the elevator doors opened to reveal Liam and his smirking assistant. Liam's voice dripped with fake politeness. "Miss Lockwood, you've got quite the appetite for risk. Even hiring traders now?" My head snapped up, eyes locking onto Liam and that weasel-faced assistant, the same one who'd spread rumors about me at Vance Capital. Before I could react, Lauren rested a hand on my shoulder and smiled sweetly. "No need for concern, Mr. Vance. I have a weakness for talent. And given Miss Sinclair left due to workplace harassment, well, I'd be a fool not to hire her." The elevator dinged. Lauren steered me out, but not before I flipped Liam off over my shoulder. Lauren chuckled. "You could have ignored him. Our bid's already stronger, we'll humiliate him properly later." I gritted my teeth. Liam was one thing, but that rat of an assistant? After everything he'd done, he'd gotten promoted? Lauren's gaze sharpened. "Let me handle him." Unlike traditional bids, this tech sector pitch required a live demo and negotiation. Lockwood's team was flawless. Lauren's delivery was surgical, the slides pristine. Even I was impressed. Then came Vance Capital. Back when I ran their pitches, Liam just slapped his name on my work. Now, his slides looked like a college freshman's last-minute project, and he stumbled through the product specs like he'd never read them. I muffled a laugh. Without me, Vance doesn't stand a chance. The result was inevitable. As Liam scowled, Lauren shook hands with the client and suggested a celebratory dinner. Liam, knowing he couldn't refuse, forced a smile. At the restaurant, I sat beside Lauren. Across the table, Liam eyed me before smirking at the client. Miss Lockwood, your assistant's slacking. The client's glass is empty, shouldn't she pour? Lauren and I exchanged a glance. I stood, bottle in hand, and topped off the client's wine with a smile. Liam pressed further. Still no manners? Toast the client properly. My grip tightened on the bottle. I should smash this over his head. Lauren's voice turned arctic. Mr. Vance, my team's conduct is my concern. And I already said Ava isn't drinking tonight. Unless you're using our client to bully her? Lauren slammed the wine bottle onto the table with a thud. The private dining room fell silent. I lowered my head, hiding my grin, and returned to my seat. Liam, sensing the client's unreadable mood, turned on his assistant with a hiss. You useless idiot. You go toast the client. Then, like flipping a switch, he pasted on an oily smile for the client. My apologies, new hires. You know how it is. The assistant, flushed and sweating, scrambled to pour drinks around the table. When he reached Lauren, she covered her glass with one manicured hand, her diamond-studded nails glinting under the warm lights. You don't have the right to pour for me. She sat back, ignoring his stunned expression, and casually picked up a shrimp to peel. I bit my lip, watching Liam's carefully constructed facade crack. Turns out, Lauren's family is practically related to the client. No wonder she didn't bother playing nice. Liam, the clown, clearly hadn't done his homework. If he had, he'd have known Lauren Lockwood wasn't someone he could mess with. But then again, background checks used to be my job. The thought made me grit my teeth. I should have jumped ship years ago. According to my former HR contact at Vance Capital, Liam had thrown a tantrum after losing the bid, screaming at anyone who'd ever been friendly with me, promptly driving away several top engineers. My best friend Mia, ever the elite headhunter, swooped in and split the talent between Lockwood and Shea Holdings. A clean victory. With my training at Lockwood complete, Scarlett Shea treated us to dinner. Lauren, ever the generous host, dragged us to an upscale bar afterward. 3 rounds in, Lauren's phone buzzed. A smooth male voice asked when she'd be home. Scarlett, tipsy and draped over my shoulder, shot Lauren a teasing look. I, the designated sober one, scanned the room just as some drunk kid stumbled to our booth, leering at Scarlett. Hey gorgeous, give me your number? I leveled him with a stare. No. He glanced back at his friends, face twisting with humiliation. Bitch, who do you think you are? You're in a bar. Quit acting so stuck up. Then he grabbed a half-finished cocktail and smashed it at my feet, glass shattering, liquor splashing my stilettos. Behind him, Liam Vance watched with a smirk. Oh, this is perfect. I gently set Scarlett down, cracked my knuckles, and smiled. Your mouth smells like a sewer. I don't care who you are, tonight. I'm teaching you manners. I need him in the groin. He crumpled with a shriek. Liam's crew surged forward, cursing. Joke's on them, I am a Taekwondo black belt. I dodged the flailing idiots, snatched a bottle from the nearest table, and cracked it over Liam's head. You dare come after me? I grabbed his collar, slapping him hard enough to leave fingerprints. Pathetic little worm. Get your kicks by bullying women? Huh? The bar's bouncers hauled us apart, but not before I got in 3 more kicks. The crowd gawked, no one had ever seen the untouchable Liam Vance get dragged like this. The consequence of throwing punches? A cup of tea at the police station. Scarlett patted my shoulder in the interrogation room. Don't worry. Lauren's fiancé is bringing lawyers. Across from us, Liam clutched an ice pack, spitting threats. You're finished, Ava. I'll bury you in lawsuits. I laughed. Please. I've bailed you out of this precinct for solicitation, bar fights, and fraud. You're the one with a record. Lauren strode in, heels clicking. The security footage shows Liam's crew started it. We are free to go. She tossed me my bag. Grab your things. You and Scarlett are crashing at my place tonight. She glanced at Liam, voice glacial. Oh, and that bar? It's mine now. Your little friends won't be seen in this city again. Scarlett and I grabbed our bags. As we passed Liam, he sat slumped, his lawyer arguing with police. Lauren's voice was ice. Run along, Liam. While you still can.